Hi, and welcome to another episode of the AskArt show. I'm your host, Arthur Aston. I was born with spina bifida, and for the last 7 years, I've been raising awareness about disabilities. AskArt is a Q&A show that focuses on topics related to disabilities. I want to help answer questions you may have from my point of view based on my personal experiences and research I've done. Here are 5 frequently asked questions I want to answer today. The first question is, why don't you have an electrical wheelchair? I first started using a wheelchair when I went to high school. My parents thought that it would be easier and more safe for me rather than walking on my crutches, having to be in a school with so many students, the tile floors, and also having to carry a book bag. They just didn't think that it would be too safe to use my crutches. I don't have an electrical wheelchair because my parents would not allow me to get one. They knew that it would be important for me to stay as active as possible, and being that I had spina bifida, I could not be as active as other kids were my age, so they wanted to make sure that I got as much movement as possible, so using a manual wheelchair would be another way that I could get in some type of activity. The second question is, do you drive? Yes, I drive a car. I got my license when I was 18 years old. I have to use what's called a hand control to operate the gas and the brake pedals. The actual pedals are still there on my car so others can drive my car, but I usually don't let too many other people drive it. The hand controls on my car, they look like bicycle handlebar. To operate the hand controls, you have to push the control toward the floor to engage the gas pedal and push the hand control toward the dashboard to apply the brakes. Whenever I go to get my license renewed, I do have to notify the Department of Motor Vehicles that I have hand controls. There's a special number that has to go on the back of my license to say that I have attached restrictions. The third question is, how often do your braces and wheelchair have to be replaced due to wear, and does insurance cover it? My braces don't have to be replaced as often these days since I'm done growing any taller. When I was younger, I would have to get new braces every 3 to 4 years. Sometimes the different parts, such as the straps or the screws, would have to be replaced. It's the same thing with my wheelchair. I just bought new wheels for my chair earlier this year. Before then, it had maybe been 8 years since I had a new chair. Insurance covers a portion of the cost for the braces and the wheelchair, although the wheelchair is more difficult to have covered by insurance because features of the wheelchair like the non-latex rubber tires, I was once denied insurance coverage because they deemed this feature of the wheelchair to be unnecessary because it was being used for recreational purposes. The fourth question is, what was the life expectancy back when you were born, and what is it now since medical technology has changed so much? When I was born, due to my spina bifida diagnosis, my parents were told that I would not live past the age of 15. I will be 37 in November of 2018. Today, because of medical advances that have been made, the life expectancy of someone who lives with spina bifida can live long lives just as anyone else who does not have spina bifida. The fifth question is one nationality more prone to having spina bifida? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Hispanic women are more likely to have a child who was born with spina bifida. Caucasian women have the second highest rate of giving birth to a child who has spina bifida. Prevalence of spina bifida births is lowest among African American women. This show is brought to you by Build Jake's Place, a nonprofit organization that brings all-inclusive play to those in New Jersey. Build Jake's Place founded the first all-inclusive playground in South Jersey called Jake's Place, a nationally ranked, award-winning all-inclusive playground located at Challenge Grove Park in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Build Jake's Place is currently building their second all-inclusive playground in Delran Township, Burlington County. To find out more and how you can get involved, go to their website at buildjakesplace.org. This concludes this episode of the AskArt show. Send me your questions or post in the comments below. You can ask questions specific to me or about disabilities in general. Just be sure to include the hashtag AskArt so I can find them on social media, or you can email your questions to askartshow@gmail.com. You have questions, I'll have answers. Thanks for watching.